Hello Stampers, I'm Dina Lanzendorf at Ink with Dink and welcome to my video. This week on my videos and my Facebook Live I'm focusing on the Blossoms in Bloom bundle that is in the new annual catalog. It's been a lot of fun playing with these and figuring out all the different ways you can use the stamp sets with the dies, because there's actually two sets of dies, one that cuts real thin and one that cuts thicker. So let me show you a couple things. So these are the cards that I made in Tuesday's video, which uses the thicker cut of the dies to make these beautiful cards here. Then on Wednesday for my Facebook Live, I used the thinner cut ones. So I did these, which is actually the image is stamped first and then the real thin dies. But then I also showed how to do this card, which is both of the dies, the thin and the thicker down below it, to kind of give it more of a 3D look. So super fun to play with. So today I am going to be playing with just the stamp set and tell you or show you all the fun ways and the beautiful cards you can make with it. So are you ready to get started? Let's do this. So in the stamp set there is this big flower die and it is, or stamp, and it is one stamp. Okay, so it actually looks like this. It's a good size. So what I want to do, we'll still do that. I'm going to use Rococo Rose to start, and my Whisper White layer is going to be 5 inches by 3 3/4. Now, what I have found I like to do the best, because the stamp is bigger than the stamp pad, I like to take my stamp pad directly to my stamp, okay, and do it this way. Then I'm just going to line it up on my paper and stamp it down. Okay, and I love the way it gives it that look that already gives it some depth with just the stamped image. It's super pretty. Then I'm going to go through and I'm going to stamp the middle of my flowers. And there's a stamp in here that just is a bunch of little dots. So that's what I'm using for the middle. And I'm stamping this in Mango Melody. Gonna ink it up, stamp, 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 and stamp. Okay. Then I'm going to give it just some extra little purple flowers. Okay, so there is a couple of stamps that are just an individual flower, and I'm going to be stamping one of these in Gorgeous Grape. Now there's no right or wrong way for placement on these, just pretty much wherever you think it needs a little splash of color. I'm just going to do 2. And then I am ready for my leaf image. Okay, and I'm using Granny Apple Green. I wanted a green that was going to stand out a little bit. I'm also going to put my sentiment on here, which I'm doing a Thinking of You. I'm going to stamp it first since I have a little spot for it down here. Just like that. And then I'm going to go through and add in some leaves. Now, since this is a photopolymer stamp set, it's pretty easy to go through and add leaves and see exactly what they're going to look like in there. Okay, so let's just do that little bit right there. Isn't it gorgeous? It's so pretty. So now I'm ready to go ahead and layer this on. So since this piece was 5 by 3 3/4, the size I'm going to mat it on is just 1/4 inch bigger on both the length and the width. So this one is 5 1/4 by 4. So I'm just going to put my adhesive on the back of this, center it on here just like that. Now for my card base, this measures 8 1/2 by 5 1/2. Just going to fold it in half. Be sure to use a bone folder so it's nice and crisp. Then I'm going to go ahead, put my adhesive on the back of this piece. And I'm going to stick that down on my card just like that. So there you go. There was a super fast, simple card using just the stamp set. Like I said, I think it is so pretty that you really don't even need the dies to make it just stand out and be wow. Now, speaking of the dies, this is the card that we'll be making one of the cards in the monthly kit this month that you will receive for free when you place an online order with me this month of at least $30. So all you have to do is go on to dinalstamps.stampinup.net. Be sure and use the June host code. And like I said, when your order hits $30, you will receive a kit for these cards absolutely free. The kit is for 6 cards. There's 2 each of these 3 designs. Now, one of the cards will be completed for you, so you can use as a sample. The second one of all 3 of these will be just the kit, which this was really a good one, a good month to be doing this, because the only stamp set I use on all 3 of these is the greeting. Okay, so you can pretty much put these cards together with just the supplies that we have here. Then you can use your own stamp set greetings to do in between. This can be however wide of a space you need if you have more or bigger greeting you want to put in there. And then this is just going to be a punched piece. So again, this is the kit you get for free by placing an order for $30. And I hope you have enjoyed me focusing on the Blossoms in Bloom bundle this week. It's been a lot of fun, like I said, to play with, and you really should add it to your collection. So give me some love, and I'll catch you next time.